Hi everyone. Today it's the answer part to the Q&A I did before I left to go on vacation and before my little break. So instead of looking at me, you're going to look at pictures of our trip. I'm just on my personal Facebook. We'll flip through the pictures, and if you've noticed, I've had all my hair cut off. I did that the day before we left. And this is our last night on the beach. We was walking, and that's a big old motel that's behind us. So anyway, let's get started with the answer part of the Q&A. I wrote that on my foot. And that's some of the food we had while down there. But anyway, the first question comes from, and if I say your name wrong, I apologize. I'm not good with pronouncing a lot of words. So this comes from Simple Yet Chick. She says, I hope you enjoy your vacation, and what's your favorite snack? It depends kind of on what day it is. Right now, I usually get really hungry when I'm laying down and watching TV and stuff. And so now I'm eating Mayfield butter pecan ice cream. That's the best. And then sometimes I'll switch it over to some chips and dip, and it has to be the Mayfield French onion dip. And if you hear noises, that's the kittens playing in their little tunnel. And I want to thank y'all for all the questions. This is from Miss Brazil. Hey sis, enjoy your vacation. We'll be here when you get back. My question: where's your favorite vacation spot you visited and why? There's two of them. It's the beach and the mountains. Love, love, love going to the beach. Love the atmosphere. Or Florida. We have talked several times about how we would love to move down to Florida. And just, I don't know. I love going to the beach. I don't get in the ocean water a lot, but I still like it. And then there's a spot that we go to in the mountains, or it's the North Georgia mountains, ain't that right? Blue Ridge Mountains. And there's an orchard up there that we visit. We can pick your own fruit. We've picked apples and strawberries and stuff. And just the little shops. I like going around in the little shops and looking and everything. So that's what I like. And this is from Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin. What's your favorite thing to barbecue? I like to barbecue pork loin chops and put that Carolina barbecue sauce on there. Oh, that's the best thing to me. I love that. And what is the first band you ever saw in concert? Well, the first concert I went to, and this is going to shock a lot of y'all, was Hank Williams Jr. Loved me some Bocephus. And then I guess the first band I ever went and saw in concert was Kiss. And that was on a blind date. And that was thanks to my aunt. Okay, this is from the Happy Whisk. And she asked, let's see, question. Sorry, Possum Marie just jumped up here, so she's kind of messing with my phone. If you could only eat chocolate or your favorite fruit for the rest of your life, what would you pick? And what would the fruit be? And what kind of chocolate? Well, if I could only eat chocolate for the rest of my life, it would be dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. And my favorite fruit would be a good crisp apple. I love crunchy and crisp textures. And that's what it would be. And this is from my buddy Cooking with Rick. He asked, how far is it from my house to Florida? From my house to where we go to Panama City Beach is roughly 6 hours. But this time it took us 9 hours. And I'll explain that in a minute. This is from Mel's Simple Meals. Do I watch TV shows? If so, favorite TV show or movie. And I would have to say my favorite movie, I have a couple of them. Pretty much anything with John Candy in it. But I love The Great Outdoors and Summer Rental. And, like if it's on, and Gone with the Wind. If it's on TV and I'm flipping through the channels and it's on, I'm going to watch it. I don't watch a lot of TV. I usually only watch TV at night. And if I watch TV shows, it's either on, you know, Netflix or Hulu. But my favorite type of TV shows would either be cooking shows or sitcoms. Like I like The Nanny. I like Alice. Stuff like that. And this is from Byron Chandler. And he asked how big was my request list. Right now, my request list is doing product reviews and such. And I have a long list of those to do. This is from Valerie Reese. She said, what's your favorite meal you had on vacation? Oh my goodness. I looked awful there. That was a beach day. Let me try to get the camera adjusted right. I would have to say we didn't eat out a lot. But I would have to say there's a steakhouse down there, Angelo's. And we always have to go there. So it was a steak, baked potato, salad, and bread. Okay, this is from Home in New Jersey, from Stephanie. If you could change a person's life for the better, who would it be and why? And Ricky is sitting right here, so he can hear what I say. But it would be Ricky. He does have anger issues, and I wished he could get over that and not get so angry so quick. So that right there, but he's really working on it. And I'll tell a story about what happened on vacation due to his anger, and he knows I'm going to tell it. So this is from Amanda from Cookie Tuck's family. What was your favorite thing you did while on vacation? Well, my best friend happened to be on vacation down there. She went down a couple of days before us and was coming back the next day after we got there. So she came down and visited and stayed the evening with us, and we did a night swim and everything, and that was a lot of fun. But then my aunt, and y'all know my Aunt Debbie, she's like my second mama. You know, I lived with her, and I babysat and nannied her children and stuff. And my cousin came down on Wednesday, so Thursday they came up to where we was staying, because where they was staying didn't have a pool. So they came up, we cooked out hamburgers and hot dogs, and they stayed all day, and so that was really fun. This is from my sis over at Ellen's Homemade Delights. Which country or countries would you love to visit? I would love to visit England, because I have a very good friend named Alan, and he has a channel that I would love to go visit. And his channel is Alan Kent Fisher. And Arthur Wiebe, I'm not sure, W-I-E-B-E, he is an awesome subscriber, and he says that we have the most fun videos on the web. I want to thank you, Arthur. You're an awesome person. And from Marnie, I hope you have a great vacation, so well deserved. Thank you so much, Marnie. And this is from Kelly Mueller. Let's see. She's talking about the kittens. And how are my fur babies getting along since the new additions? And how are the other siblings doing at their forever homes? And I would like to thank you for everything you have done for those little angels. And then she says last summer her sister had found a tiny little kitten outside of her work and gave it to her. She was only 4 weeks old and didn't know how to eat or go potty on her own and was covered in fleas. The vet said the poor little thing was dehydrated. Then at her follow-up, the vet said she was in perfect health and that she did a great job taking care of her. She turned 1 year old last month and she is doing wonderful and is one very smart kitty. And she is blessed to work from home, and she is her little shadow. And I want to thank you for rescuing and fostering that little kitty. And Abigail, my son's cat, which kind of is my cat, I take care of her mostly, didn't like Little Bo, and as most of you know, I kept Little Bo too because Little Bo is special. He has a problem with his mouth. And he's special. And so Abigail don't like Bo, but since they've been separated for like a week, they seem to be getting along better. Last night, instead of us keeping them back in the bedroom to sleep to keep them separated, because Abigail usually goes downstairs to Alex, the kittens stayed right on the couch with me. When Ricky got up for work, Bo went and visited him, but then got right back in my face. Bo sleeps right in my face. And Possum Marie will sleep up against me somewhere. So, they're doing great, and the other kittens in their forever homes are doing wonderful. I get pictures and videos all the time, and they're growing and doing great. And then Denise Wilson was asking about, do I still do wax melts? And I did an update that during the summer months, I don't do any candles or wax melts. I usually take that off because it's too hot, number one, to make it, because in my workroom that I use, on my workroom that I use, you know, there's no air in there. And my hot plates are cast iron, and you got boiling water, you got hot wax, and it's just way too hot. So, but I will do a video when I get back started. So I'm going to pause to see if that's all the questions. I think it is. I think it did. So let me pause you just for a moment. And you can see my short hair. And I love it. So, hold on just a second. Okay, I had a last minute question come in from Mary Wells. It says, have you always lived around the same area as you live now? Yeah, kind of, sort of. Lived kind of all around northwest Georgia, except the time that I moved to Alabama for a few years. What types of jobs have you had in your life? Well, I was kind of like a nanny to my aunt's kids for a long time. Of course, we call it babysitting. I worked at Lowe's. I sold Avon. I babysat just so I could be a stay-at-home mom with my kids. Did all kind of jobs around the house. Had a video production company. Worked for some construction companies at home, doing websites and such. How did you get to be such a good cook, and is there anything you can't cook well or have difficulty with? I kind of had to teach myself how to cook. In my other videos, I kind of explained. I kind of had to raise myself. You know, but just trial and error, and like watching cooking shows, though, PBS cooking shows, And yes, there is a lot of things that I have difficulty with in cooking, and a lot of it's baking. I can't think, I'm trying to think right off the top of my head. What are some things I have? Well, I know, if I see like a recipe in a magazine or something like that, like I tried to make lamb one time, and it didn't turn out very good. But, yeah. And I have a tendency to overcook things, especially meats. Alrighty. Thanks, everyone. This is my hair. And that's the back of my hair now. So anyway, sorry this is kind of long, but I will try to shorten it. But until my next video, I hope you enjoy. Bye, y'all.